on to you Geminis, how you Geminis are doing. You have the Queen of Ariel, the Page of Ariel, and then you have the Page of Raphael. So, okay, all right. Anyway, so for you Geminis, I just got a notification, somebody messaging me. So for you Geminis, you're in a position where you have the Queen of Ariel, the Page of Ariel, and the Page of Raphael to you. So what's going on for you Geminis is that y'all are in a very good position. I'm sure. I ain't even got to look at these cards and really understand in order to know that you're in a good position. But let's get into it. Okay, so while it is that you Geminis are emotionally stable and secure, focused on doing what you need to do, and pretty much minding your own business, you have the Page of Raphael and the Six of Michael, which is someone being insecure. So it could be someone around you being insecure, maybe someone that you Geminis may be close to, still talk to and interact with, still going through something. It could also be a position for you Geminis where it could be someone whom you don't talk to anymore, and they're upset that they don't have you Geminis in their life. Either way it goes, you Geminis are still emotionally stable, still mentally stable, because you know for a fact that things are flowing for you in the direction in which you Geminis are going, right? It's like an ocean, and there's not a lot of choppy waters, right? It's going smoothly. Of course, you're still gonna have some energy and stuff like this. You're still gonna have some energy, right? Where the water is just up and down flowing and everything like that. But at the same time too, it's still a good representation of how your life is going, because it means that you Geminis actually are focusing on what you got to do, and you're addressing the situations that come your way. A lot of the times what you have, so a lot of the times the situations, I'm getting all kind of notifications, people blowing up my phone right now. I ain't even gonna lie. But yeah, so the point that I'm trying to make here with that is it the point that I'm trying to make here with that is that what was I saying? Sorry about that. The point that I'm trying to make here with that for you Geminis, please forgive me, is that your life is great, you know what I'm saying? Because you're handling your business as it comes to you. A lot of the times people will let situations simmer and sit for years and years and years, and then it compounds, right? And I've talked about this before, that every 7 years, whatever you invested doubles. So it's the same thing when it comes to like situations that are not very favorable, right? You'll have people that'll sit in their stuff, right? They situations for years, 20, 30 some odd years, and then they'd be wondering, why is it like this? Because why is it going to take me so much time to get out? Because you let that simmer and compound. You let it do its thing, right? You let it do its thing. You let the situation get to where it is, instead of you actually address the situation. And so the situation with that is, the Ten of Ariel represents, you know, you have unity. So a lot of you Geminis may even like them so much, you may even help them out of their situation because of the fact that y'all two are still cool. Okay, so this is not someone that you don't talk to. This is definitely somebody that you Gemini still talk to. It could be a friend, it could be a significant other, it could be a family member, and you Geminis feel like you want to help. Yeah, a lot of people don't talk about when Geminis want to help. I remember knowing somebody, I ain't gonna talk too much, but I remember knowing somebody who they were trying to help their family out, and they was doing so much, they ain't really have time to do too much sleeping. They had like 2 jobs, doing some other stuff. Anyway, they was they was they was playing with their nose, if you know what I mean. They was playing with their nose. I can't say too much on YouTube, but if you know, you know, they was playing with their nose, if you know what that means, right? And in order to stay awake, they wasn't doing a lot, but they was doing enough to be able to just stay awake. And so, you know, what I'm trying to say here is that it gets that serious for you Geminis. You Geminis will go that far when you want to help somebody. You Geminis will go, especially if they tug on your heartstrings. See, the thing with Gemini is that not a lot of people tug on your heartstrings. See, the air signs, my father's in Aquarius. I've been in love with many a Geminis before. Air signs don't just be doing that for everybody. That's not a regular occurrence. That's not a regular thing. What happens is for you Geminis is that the person got to really be something special for you Geminis in order for you Geminis to be like, okay, I'm gonna go. But then when y'all Geminis make up y'all mind, y'all got to actually put a boundary on how much y'all will do. Not because y'all don't want to do it, but because y'all will do so much, y'all got to rest. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all will run yourselves into the ground because of that's how much you Geminis will look to help people out that you rock with. So the 10 of Ariel, the solutions, and then the King of Ariel represents you Geminis basically helping them out of whatever kind of situation that they're in, right? Wanting to help them. Maybe giving them some money. The solutions and the King of Ariel is all about how you Geminis are in a position where what you got going on is that you Geminis are you're in a very good position because you help them maybe pay off loans, or you know what I'm saying, help them out of whatever situation. And then you have the solutions, and then you have the King of Ariel. So you just knew what to do. You Geminis just knew what to do, and they're looking at you like they're very grateful, right? The Nine of Raphael represents they very much so appreciate you. You know, they can't tell you enough how much it is that they actually appreciate you Geminis for help them pay off this loan, or maybe it ain't even necessarily anything financially. Maybe it's, you know, you help them move, whatever, I don't know, whatever the situation is that you help them out, right? I'm seeing more finances though, obviously, right? Something that is rooted, that's concrete, something that, you know what I'm saying, a person can actually count. But you're not counting, and neither are they. You know, but specifically, you're not counting. You see, you know, a friend in need. Maybe this is a romantic interest in need. Maybe this is a, you know, genetic family member in need. And so you Geminis are actually doing just that and helping them out. Anyway, then you have the 2 of Ariel and the 7 of Gabriel. So you have the 2 of Ariel and the 7 of Gabriel. So, oh yeah, we making some food up in here. The 2 of Ariel and the 7 of Gabriel for you represents how you're in a position where, but you know, to you Geminis, it's no thing but a chicken wing. You know, you're glad to help out your friends. You're glad to help out the people whom you rock with, because you look at them like they would do that same thing for you, right? Like you love them, you know. But again, this proves my point that love pays the bills, because come on, Gemini, like, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section if y'all will pay bills for people who y'all don't care about, you know, just regularly and stuff like this. Like, unless you're running some sort of a charity organization, or unless a person would literally volunteer for whatever their reason is to come out and do that, people are not going to be paying people's bills, especially regularly, just paying it. They're not doing that. They would pay a bill if they loved the person, and that's my point. You Geminis, this is what I'm talking about. You love the person whatever capacity they're in, whether they're friends, whether they're genetic relative, even if it's a romantic interest, you're helping them because you actually feel something for them in the first place. And so because of the fact that you do, you'll definitely help them out and want to, do things for them. You're not just going to leave them, busted and disgusted. You feel me? You're not just going to leave them in a messed up situation. No, you Geminis are going to look out. And so the situation is the Seven of Raphael. Seven of Raphael here speaks to how, again, there's a lot of praises that's going to be coming your way because of the fact that they appreciate you. But again, for you Geminis, this is all in a day's work. You're not really counting it too much. You're just looking out for again, this is what friends are for. Like, how can you say that you really cool with a person and you really like the person if you counting, nickeling and diming everything that the person is on? And this is why it is that I was saying just go with 50-50. Just do it. Just go with it. This is why I talk so much about the whole 50-50 conversation, is because just do 50-50. Because when you do 50-50, you're not worried about counting anything. You know that the two of y'all love each other, and you know that the two of y'all will do anything in order to make sure that y'all are safe and healthy and on point and joyful and all of that, right? If you gotta count, if you really gotta count, if the relationship is really lopsided like that, by definition, a person is counting. You feel me? So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Nine of Raphael. Hold on a second. Some of these cards. What is going on with some of these cards, yo? Hold on a second. Some of these cards are all over the place. But yeah, so just bear with me. Some of these cards are all over the place. I don't know about y'all, but when you do tarot readings, sometimes the cards will be all inside out. And what I mean by that is some of the cards will show you their face, and then some of them won't show you their face, like this, right? I'm pulling them out face up. But sometimes they will be face down, right? They'll be face down, like that. A lot of y'all want to start doing tarot readings too. That's cool. Just know what it is that you're getting into. If it doesn't work for you, it don't work for you. Don't worry about it if it doesn't work for you. We all have things that will work for us. Now, again, I'm not saying I don't want y'all to succeed. That's not what I said. What I'm saying is that don't force it. If doing tarot readings don't work for you, if you don't pop off, then don't worry about it. Just go and find something else to do. Now, if you do get some success out of this, great. But at the same time, just know, to kind of help you out and to help you be prepared with the thing, that understand that you're going to have, somebody left a comment in the comment section, that doing this type of stuff brings a lot of the mentally challenged out, the people who are on the short yellow bus out. And it is very true. On this path, you're going to meet a lot of people who are out of their mind. Let's clarify the Nine of Raphael, right? To clarify the Nine of Raphael, you have the Chariot, Four of Pentacles, Two of Swords, the Empress, and then you have the Four of Wands. So to clarify the Nine of Raphael, what it is that you've got going on is that y'all are in a position where, for you Geminis, they're trying to figure out, like, you Geminis may even tell them how to get their money a little bit better, right? How to manage their money a little bit better. And the situation for you, Geminis, is that you may let them know, like, hey, count, set a budget, figure out what it is that they want to buy and if they can fit it into their finances for the month. And the thing is that the Empress and the Four of Wands is that, they may not necessarily like to hear it, but the Empress and the Four of Wands represent, you Geminis may let them know that they have to get it together, right? Now, granted, I'm not saying that y'all are going to be a jerk, but what I am saying is you Geminis are just going to let them know they got to get it together, right? Because you don't want them to depend on you to do this constantly. You love them, but you don't want them to depend on you constantly where you feel like you have to, where they're trying to guilt you into paying for this and paying for that. No, they got to figure it out on their own. You just letting them know what type of time it is. That's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. They'll appreciate you for it. They should appreciate you for it. And it raises your value in their eyes, which is good. Trying to get the YouTube channel 200K. I'm at 25,755 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. If you want to come through and get a personal reading from me, right? The link to that is in the comment section below, called the Linktree link. Clothes that I have that are on the Teespring store, right? They're mine. I created them, as well as the books that I have that are on Amazon. Check it out. Peace.